All right. This is going to be our introduction to the AWS Security Specialty. So we're going to do something a little bit similar to what we've done previously, and we're going to do it in the AWS environment. So let's get started. What's the purpose of this? This is a walkthrough designed to prepare you for the AWS Certified Security Specialty. That's going to be SCS C02 or 3. Right. So this is going to be able to help you apply real-world AWS security configurations and best practices based on the exam, rather than relying on just theory or test dumps or books or simulated quizzes. This will incorporate hands-on projects like securing AWS Lambda functions and networking in VPCs, configuring and troubleshooting EC2 image builder pipelines, enabling DynamoDB, TTL, and S3 access controls, applying IAM best practices, logging policies and role-based access, and using AWS Signer for trusted code execution. So these will serve as applied scenarios to reinforce key exam domains and help bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical implementation. So what is this going to cover? So here's going to be some domains that you're going to go over. 1, IAM, VPC security, resource policies, CloudWatch logs, server-side encryption, and X-ray. 2, ENIs, elastic network interfaces, NAT gateways, VPC endpoints, security groups, least privilege, DNS handling. 3, trusted code, certificate usage, signature revocation, Lambda hygiene. 4, secure AMI automation, S3 logging, IAM roles, CloudWatch integration. 5, database authentication, IAM integration, temporary credentials. And 6, data lifecycle management, cross control, and compliance enforcement. So this will help simulate real-world security scenarios and prepare you for complex exam questions involving cross-service interactions. So here's some core security topics you'll master. This is going to emphasize exam-critical security concepts through direct implementation, right? You're talking about identity and access management, IAM. That's going to be custom roles, permission boundaries, resource policies, and trust policies. We're going to talk about logging and monitoring. So that'll be CloudWatch, S3 access logging, VPC flow logs, and audit trail validation. We'll talk about infrastructure protection. That means secure EC2 VPC networking, Lambda and VPC constraints, ENI permissions. And we'll talk about data protection. That means KMS integration, bucket encryption enforcement, TTL cleanup in DynamoDB. And finally, incident response and troubleshooting. This means diagnosing access denied issues, broken log delivery, and untrusted sources. Okay? So what's your study approach? You should figure out how to do the following things. 1, deploy and configure. That means follow the hands-on steps in AWS console for each of the projects. 2, analyze policies. Review IAM roles and trust relationships. Validate permissions using least privilege. 3, we'll test security scenarios. So we'll try and simulate failures like blocked ENIs, revoked signatures, or S3 denied rights. 4, we'll review logs. So we'll use CloudWatch, VPC flow logs, and S3 access logs to confirm behavior and auditability. And then 5, we'll see how this correlates to the exam, right? So we'll try to map each action to the security specialty exam domain it reinforces, right? So it's going to make this a little unique. So this is going to be like prototype or project-based, right? Each security domain is going to be grounded in an AWS live example to avoid abstract guesswork. And it's going to be failure ready. So this will have troubleshooting practice with stuff like 403 errors, ENI misconfigurations, TTL timing. And it'll be exam relevant. So it'll align tightly with the current security specialty objectives and edge case scenarios. So here's some suggested tools that we'll go over. IAM and KMS. That'll be role management and encryption enforcement. CloudWatch. That's logs for stuff like Lambda, for image builder, for audit validation. VPC NAT endpoints. VPCs, NAT, and endpoints, right? So this will be stuff for Lambdas, for EC2 networking, for private access. S3 storage. This is going to be for encrypted log delivery, artifact storage. SSM. This will be for EC2 access and session management for secure build instances. And finally, AWS Signer. This will be Lambda and infrastructure, Internet of Things code trust enforcement. So with that, we'll get started. There's going to be a number of lessons, but I'll try to make these interactive enough so that you can see it, you can do it, and follow along on your own. Thank you, and we'll talk again.